There's something crazy happening in the smartphone world right now. And it's all coming down to one question: which flagship actually survives the longest when pushed to the limit? This is the year when Apple's biggest iPhone battery upgrade ever finally goes up against two Android powerhouses: Samsung's Galaxy S25 Ultra and Google's Pixel 10 Pro XL. And trust me, this battle doesn't end the way most people expect. Hey everyone, Sam here. Welcome back. If you enjoy these deep dive tech comparisons, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let's jump right into the madness. So, Apple has quietly pulled off something bold with the iPhone 17 Pro Max, a 5000 plus mAh battery for the first time. Combine that with the new A19 Pro chip and iOS 26 optimization, and you've got a serious threat to every Android flagship out there. But don't count Samsung or Google out yet. The Galaxy S25 Ultra packs Qualcomm's new Snapdragon 8 Elite, an absolute beast known for efficiency. And then there's Google, flexing its largest battery yet in a brand new Tensor G5 chip built by TSMC. On paper, all three seem unstoppable, but only one can survive this brutal battery drain test. We kicked things off with a 1-hour phone call, and this is where it got interesting. The iPhone barely flinched, losing just 1%. The Pixel dropped 2%. The Galaxy, 4%. Not a huge difference yet, but it immediately hinted at what was coming. Then came messaging. Same brightness, same Wi-Fi, same setup, and suddenly, the iPhone stayed a step ahead again. Every percentage started to matter, and it was already clear Apple's efficiency game this year is something else. After that, the phones faced an hour of nonstop email scrolling and reading, a real-world use test. The Galaxy started slipping, the Pixel hung on surprisingly well, but the iPhone just refused to drop fast. Then came the browser test. Website after website, tabs loading, images refreshing, and finally, the Galaxy clawed some ground back. Its Snapdragon chip kicked in with smart power balancing, letting it drain 1 point less than both the Pixel and the iPhone. Then, the part everyone loves, Instagram. Because nothing drains modern phones like endless scrolling, videos, and stories. The iPhone only dropped 4%, Samsung 5%, and the Pixel 7%. That's when you realize Apple's adaptive refresh rate management this year is borderline sorcery. Still, things were far from over. The standby test came next, 16 full hours of idle mode. And guess what? The Galaxy flipped the script. It drained only 5% while the iPhone lost 10%. The Pixel followed in between. This is classic Samsung efficiency magic when idle, and it gave the S25 Ultra its first big lead. But YouTube playback quickly changed that story again. After an hour of HDR video streaming, the iPhone bounced right back to tie with the Galaxy, while the Pixel slipped behind. When gaming started, the intensity reached a new level. Genshin Impact, Call of Duty Mobile BGMI, all running at 120 fps. The iPhone and Pixel both performed incredibly, but the Galaxy's cooling efficiency gave it a slight edge again. Even so, the iPhone wasn't running hot. Apple's vapor chamber cooling system clearly works this year, keeping surface temperatures lower than both Android phones. Next up, navigation. Real-time GPS tracking with traffic updates. The kind of task that chews through battery life fast. All three phones dropped roughly the same amount, except the Pixel, which fell behind again. Then came Spotify playback, an underrated but revealing test. After an hour of continuous music streaming, the iPhone lost 8%, the Galaxy 9%, and the Pixel 11%. The numbers didn't lie anymore. The Pixel's battery size wasn't saving it, optimization was. But the real knockout moment, Snapchat. It's notoriously one of the heaviest apps on any smartphone, and this round separated the efficient from the over-ambitious. After 60 minutes, the iPhone dropped 13%, the Galaxy 17%, and the Pixel 18%. For the first time all day, the iPhone had a huge double-digit lead going into the final test. Then came the ultimate endurance showdown, the app cycling marathon. One by one, apps opened and closed automatically, non-stop, until each phone tapped out. After 45 minutes, the Pixel was done, the first to die, repeating its story from last year's Pixel 9 Pro XL. The iPhone and Galaxy pushed forward, but this is where Apple's upgrade became impossible to ignore. Last year, the iPhone 16 Pro Max outlasted the Galaxy by just 10 minutes. This year, it wasn't even close. After 1 hour and 50 minutes of app cycling, the Galaxy shut down. The iPhone still had 9% battery. It passed the point where the 16 Pro Max died last year and kept running for another full hour. Finally, 3 hours and 5 minutes later, the iPhone 17 Pro Max powered off, leaving the competition miles behind. That means Apple's iPhone 17 Pro Max lasted more than an hour longer than the Galaxy S25 Ultra and over 2 hours longer than the Pixel 10 Pro XL. Sure, it couldn't dethrone the legendary Vivo X200 Pro for the global endurance title, but in this triple flagship face-off, the result was crystal clear. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is the new battery efficiency king. Now here's the wild part. It didn't win just because of battery size. The A19 Pro chip and iOS 26 background power optimization actually made a bigger difference than the new 5000 mAh pack itself. Apple basically re-engineered how the phone handles idle drain and active cooling. And that's why this year's iPhone didn't just edge past the Galaxy, it demolished it. So yes, Samsung's still incredible for customization and raw power, and the Pixel remains unbeatable in AI features, but when it comes to battery life alone, the crown this year belongs to Apple. Which one would you pick if endurance mattered the most? Efficiency or extra features? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me which test you want to see next. Thanks for watching, and until the next one, take care and stay charged.